have absolutely fallen in love with Bubby's pickles, but for $8.99 a jar, it's starting to break the bank. Now, I've never made fermented pickles before, but I'm figuring with my fermentation practice that I've had with beet, kvass, and sauerkraut, and fermented carrots and onions and all sorts of things, I'm thinking it's about time we try this. Adding fermented pickles to our diet has been just one more layer of probiotics for our gut, but I really want to make it myself so it doesn't cost me so much. So come along on my journey with me and we'll see what happens. So I went to the store the other day and got what I thought would be small enough cucumbers. But then I went to another store and I found these. See the difference? I'm going with these. So I'm going to wash my cucumbers first. I'll let them hang out in that apple cider vinegar soak for a little bit, and then I'll pull them out and we'll get ready to go. Okay, that's a good minute or so. So for this recipe, you'll need a number of cucumbers, depending on how many you want to have fermented and turned into pickles. I'm going to go ahead and go with some pickling spice this time because I've never made pickles before. I'll need bay leaves, fresh bay leaves. This will help keep the pickle crisp. Dill, garlic, and a 2% salt brine. Just a reminder, you're going to make your salt brine with 19 grams of salt per quart of water. So I'm doing 2 quarts of water, so I'm going to go up to 38 grams, a little bit much right there. So we'll take some of that up. 38 grams. You want to stir until all the salt is dissolved. The cloudiness indicates that the salt is not yet dissolved, so I'm going to end up stirring this for a while and I'll get back to you when we're done. Yep, the water's clear. We can use this. Okay, so I have about 1.5 tablespoons of the pickling spice. I'm going to put that at the bottom. I'm going to add my garlic and half of the dill. The first thing I'm going to do is remove the flowering end of the cucumber. Get rid of that. I don't know why I do that or why I'm supposed to do that, but I'm just going to do it because that's what has been suggested. I'm going to add 1 bay leaf at the bottom, and I'm going to tuck another one down on the side later. Alright, now we're going to pack in our pickles. Just dump them in there at first, and then I'm going to have them stand up. There we go. I'm hoping the tightness of the pack of pickles will keep them under the brine. I do have a sour stone, but I'm not sure if that's gonna be effective at all. So let's see what we do next. Here goes that bay leaf. Right down there on the side. I'm gonna start with the brine I had from before. Cover it completely. And then add my brine that I made today to make sure that they all the way under there. And that's what the recipe calls for. I have some pickles floating up. I'm gonna go ahead and see if I can get this sour stone right in the middle. I encourage most of those pickles to stay under there. I guess the bay leaf just wants to float to the top. We'll see how this turns out. Okay, I forgot to tell you that I'm going to be using a airlock for this, and hopefully we'll be seeing some bubbles come up sooner than later. And that's it. Let's look at some other things I've done. Okay, you know what I forgot to add? I forgot to add a 1/4 cup of starter. I'm going to use some of this Bubby's pickle juice and use that as a starter for my pickles. And hopefully it'll take on some of that Bubby's pickle flavor. Okay, now we can put the airlock back on. Thank you, Bubby's Pickles. Okay, a couple weeks back I started some Pineapple Turmeric Ginger Sauerkraut, and it's ready. So I'm going to take that sour stone out. Take the cabbage leaf out and give it a stir. All right. Oh, that's such a pretty color. Can you see that? I think this turned out well. Oh, I can't wait to taste it. Okay, guys, here goes. First of all, you got to take a look at that. Isn't that a pretty golden color? That is as sweet and sour as I had expected it to be. Fermented pineapple is delicious. It has a super fizz to it. You gotta try this. You simply have to try this. If you love sauerkraut, this will be the delight of your night. Another thing we did together, again, was another beet kvass. When I bottled this, it came out really thick and syrupy. It's been really cold in Minnesota, so fermentation takes a lot longer. The thing about beets, when something is as sugary as beets are, it tends to go onto the more syrupy side unless you can let it ferment for a long time. Now, in the South, I could probably ferment for 7 days and I'd have a super thin, fizzy beet kvass. Here in Minnesota, we have to go 3 or 4 weeks. So, since this came out so thick and syrupy, I had some ginger tea left over from when I was not feeling well the week or so before, and so I just combined that beet kvass with the ginger tea and got a super gingery beet kvass. So, cheers! Oh, that is so refreshing. So that's it for today. We have some pickles that we're fermenting. We just finished the Pineapple Turmeric Ginger Sauerkraut, and that's delicious. And we tasted our ginger beet kvass, which turned out great. Well, I hope you enjoyed what you saw today, and if you did, please like and subscribe. Oh, and don't forget to comment. And make sure you ring that bell so I can let you know when I'm coming back in your kitchen. Bye-bye!